I have another dream I'd like to share with you. On June 2014, sometime in June, I had a dream that I was getting on board of a very large ship, kind of like a cruise ship, but not quite as fancy. This ship had rows of seats like you see in an airplane. I remember sitting down on one of the seats next to a man that I knew and was close to, but the dream did not show the face of this man. I know this is weird, but in my spirit I was close to this man, but I could not see his face or know who this person was. I just knew I was close to him, and he was there for me. As I was sitting there and watching other people come on board, like you would watch people come on board on the airplane. They were all lined up in the middle of the aisle looking for their seats. Well, that's what I was watching. Well, as people were looking for their seats, I saw a large group of military men coming on board as well. I don't know what branch of the military they were in, but I do remember them not being Americans. Something in my dream told me they were Russians. They took their seats and they were speaking a foreign language to one another. The next thing I noticed, they were trying to get my attention by hollering out loud something to me. They were also whistling at me to look at them. Well, when I turned around from my seat to look towards the back where they were sitting, I noticed there was another man who was part of their military group, but he looked more Asian than the rest of the guys. I noticed there was only one Asian man, and I thought he looked kind of Filipino, but I could be wrong. Anyway, they were looking, the military guys were looking and shouting something at me, and that I did not understand. Immediately, I turned back. I turned my head back and put my arms around this man who, in my dream, I knew he was there with me and for me, and he was sitting there next to me. I just did not know who he was right away, but I felt maybe he was my husband or my protector or something like that. That's what I was feeling in my dream. Then I looked at him and I noticed that he was my ex-husband, which I thought was really, really weird. But he was there with me. He just sat there, but he didn't say anything. He didn't do anything. Then the next thing, I found myself walking around this big ship. And I remember looking out this huge glass, dirty window. It was a huge glass window, but it was kind of dirty. And I remember seeing a big military ship that had landed on shore. Then, next thing, I found myself walking along further in this ship, and then I came across a couple of rooms. One of the rooms had a group of Russian military men that I saw earlier. They were inside this room performing some type of military exercise. And that was all that I remember from this dream. Well, when I woke up, I thought about this dream, and for some reason I thought about the man sitting with me who later on I saw was my ex-husband. Well, anyway, when I woke up, I was thinking how this man that I knew was with me, but at first didn't know who he was. I just knew he was there with me. I believe this man was a representation of Jesus, who was with me the whole time. even though he didn't say anything. He just sat there in the ship with me. The ship I saw that landed on shore, I believe, is the enemy ship that landed on our soil. And the Russian military guys and one Asian guy that was with them in the dream could all represent what a lot of people are seeing in their dreams as well, that these people are the people from countries that could very well invade us. I know this is, what a lot of people have been seeing in their dreams. I feel very blessed that God has revealed this to me in the dream as well.